effort, always from the standpoint of the guys that are back. On the defensive side of the ball, retention, the guys on the offensive side of the ball, that we've been able to give them a good job of taking it to the field for the most part. Got a little tired there late in practice, and that was to be expected, but good enthusiasm, and guys are excited about what we're doing, and pleased with that.
Well, there seems like a lot of energy and movement on offense. Does that kind of get into the mode of up-tempo?
Yeah, I think they realize that they're nowhere close to where we want to be, but certainly understanding the urgency you've got to play with. Number one, the execution you want to play with. I don't care if you're an up-tempo team or you're a huddle team. It comes down to execution, and that's going to be paramount. But for the guys to understand the advantage of playing fast, getting snaps, and those sort of things.
Does that pace kind of help with the urgency, with the focus?
Certainly. When you know you got to get lined up, and they understand the advantage of aligning quickly and getting themselves in the right spots, and the disadvantage of creating defense. And our kids talk. Our players, they talk between offense and defense. The defensive kids talk about how difficult it can be and how stressful it can be under some circumstances when they do align fast and get aligned quickly. But again, I think that we'll continue to improve and get better. Typical first day.
Is there a lot evaluating kind of based on all the meetings and seeing who's comprehended all that?
Well, that's Jeff. I tell them. I say, hey, we're going to get in the season, and we're going to be, install on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You got to take it from the meeting room to the field. That's part of our evaluation. And then every game day, we're going to have to make game day adjustments. We have to make practice adjustments. If you can't make the adjustments sitting out there with a great crowd for the first day, which I appreciate the great showing we had, but if you can't make the adjustment out there, you're not going to make it in front of 90,000 people. That's part of the evaluation. And I tell our coaches all the time, make some adjustments, and I'll walk up to DJ and say, let's switch how we're doing this. Middle of practice. If kids can't handle it, then that's part of our evaluation. We got to get ready for game day. And so those are things you got to continue to work through.
Your first practice working alongside Kurt Roper, what did you kind of see from him?
Well, I spend most of my day on defense, which I always do. But just a really good teacher, very fundamental in his approach. Certainly, philosophically, being on the same page with me and what we want to do, and that's be balanced. We're not going to get away from running the football. Different ways to run the football, but I think a really good teacher. More than anything, just a very positive guy. Really, his positive energy is very contagious in the building, and I think just enjoyed working